Melissa Sharee here once again on behalf of Creative and Projects for this special little tidbit that we're doing on a decade of women. And as always, I'm excited because I get the privilege of talking to another amazing woman. Okay, this one is like extra amazing because, we're related. I knew her before she was even here. So I would like to welcome Carlita Bryant. She is currently a graphic designer and a grad student. So yes, you can hire her, okay? Professional. And her stuff is legit. And I'm not just saying that because we're related. Now, before I let her talk, I have to tell her why she was selected because she doesn't have any idea of why she's selected, or maybe she does, I'm not sure. But anyway, why she was selected as one of the 10 that, I'm highlighting, recognizing, acknowledging, honoring for the first decade of Creative and Projects. Now, actually, I think you're the only one that has like multiple reasons, okay? You can have like multiple checkboxes, not just one. So we'll start with this one. The fabulous logo that you guys see everywhere on stickers, on little address patches. I mean, like it's everywhere. We use the logo everywhere we can. Okay. It was created by my niece, Carlita. Oh my gosh. Yes. So that's one reason why I selected her. Obviously, she's part of our brand. Like she helped put us visually on the map. Okay, the other reason I selected her, she was the first female emerging artist. Okay, back when it was an internship, it has now evolved, as we said before. Now it's like an application, it's a whole different kind of situation, but still, artists are being developed for leadership and not just their craft, but in their communities. And she was the first female emerging artist. So those are the two reasons. I feel like there was a third because I wanted to, but she's my niece. No. So Carlita, say hello.
Hi to you, to whoever's watching. Thanks for tuning in.
All right. So here's one thing that I talk about, okay, with the 10 women. So when you were invited to do this, one of the questions for you was what is the first thing that comes to mind when you think of Creative and Projects? And your answer was from the inside out. So I just would like for you to, if possible, just elaborate on what that means to you and why that's the first thing that comes to mind for you when you think about the organization.
Well, when you say the word creative and projects, obviously the logo like is slaps the front of my head. And it takes me back to when I was running the social media and the Instagram, and you were having me put something in the bio and it was like from the inside out. And not only like literally that's the first thing I thought of, but it's also like the essence of creative and projects. I feel like the personality that you bring to it definitely has more to do than what's beyond the gifts that you have. And like knowing that the organization is about developing somebody beyond their talents. I think it's really valuable, and I think it's what makes Creative and Project so unique to other nonprofits.
That was so well said. Y'all, I didn't even pay her to say that. That was amazing. Amazing. Oh, you know what's cool? I don't know if we talked about this before. If we did, you have to refresh my memory and do not contribute it to my age, okay? But behind Creative and Projects in the logo, there's like this wave of all these colors, which I really love. Like it wasn't like planned, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like, hey, put these colors in the way. I mean, we pulled out orange as like a signature color because we wanted to have one that was on brand. But was there any specific reason why you did that? Or just look good?
No, it's because of the fact that for one, you're dealing with a very specific age group. And when you are dealing with that, you have to consider what color is going to do for them. So I wanted to choose something that felt bright, that felt playful. Um, and it also had to do with artistry. So I was like, we obviously need more than one color. But in branding, if you add too many colors, then you're less unique. So you need to have staple, but it also should show who you are. And I felt like in the moment when I was just choosing colors, I was like, these look really good. They feel happy. They feel creative and projects. So let's roll with
Queen, those are queen things right there.
it.
Okay, see how queens think. um okay, what else do I want to highlight really quickly? I just think that the other really cool thing about you and you being part of, what's happening with Creative M Projects is, as the organization matures and grows, it's like to look at, where you were when you first were part of the organization and like where you are now. I just
Mhm.
love seeing how you keep maturing and growing, and like you keep getting more and more clear in terms of like your direction and where you're headed, where you think you want to go. And that's very important to me because that ties into like why, one of the reasons why I even started the organization is because I wanted young people specifically that are creative and have all these talents and gifts to have like help and resources while they're trying to figure out where it is they're trying to go, because sometimes it
Mhm.
can take a long time to get there. So I just think that, yeah, you are amazing and you literally embody so much of what Creative M Projects is about. I can't believe it's been 10 years. um you
Me
know
neither. It feels
um
like so long ago.
you said it feels like it was longer.
It feels just so long ago. Like you mentioned, like how, like comparing how where I was then and now, and just like knowing how many lives I feel like I've lived since then. I'm like, wow, I can't imagine the lives Creative M Projects also lived.
Right. And the crazy thing is trying to capture that and tell it all in like, you know, an easy to
Hmm.
digest and understand soundbite or story. It's like, yeah, how am I going to collapse all of the things from 10 years into 1 minute of talking to you?
Yeah.
But that's kind of what you do with your art.
Hmm. That's pretty much what graphic design is. You take one thing, you tell its story, you decide how visually you're going to do that. It's pretty cool, I think.
It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's
I
cool like
think.
you.
Thank
Well,
you.
we will have to check in again in another 10 years.
We do.
I can only imagine. Okay, we're gonna have
Mhm.
an OG logo and possibly a souped up one.
Yeah, got to. That's how you evolve.
That's right. That's right. Oh my gosh. Well, that's really all that I had. I really just wanted to bring you on. I wanted to tell you why you were selected. Yeah, I mean it's just 10 amazing women. You were one of those 10 and you're probably actually the youngest,
Cool.
I think. Yeah, one of.
That's
So
exciting.
that
I
is
feel like
very
I'm getting to the age where I'm not always the baby anymore. So it feels good to still have a space.
exciting. Yes, yes. Well,
Yeah.
continue to do what you're doing because you are inspiring so many people and you're having an impact. I mean, you've impacted this organization, and not a lot of people can say that they've impacted an organization or a movement. So
Thank you.
I love you and I thank you.
I love you too.
All right, y'all. We still have a few more ladies, but that's it for today. This was Carlita Bryant, graphic designer and student, one of our 10 uh decade of women. So, all right, till the next one.
Till the next you at 20.
See you at 20.